In the tapestry of biblical poetry, Psalm 23 stands out as a timeless masterpiece. Its words have echoed through the ages, offering comfort and hope to countless generations. This psalm, attributed to King David, is a profound expression of trust and faith in God's providence. A shepherd's song, echoing with the tenderness of God's love. The imagery of a shepherd leading his flock is a powerful metaphor for God's guidance and care. Just as a shepherd knows each of his sheep by name, so too does God know each of us intimately. Generations have found solace in its verses, a soothing balm for weary souls. Families have gathered around these words in times of joy and sorrow, finding strength and comfort in their message. The psalm's enduring appeal lies in its universal themes of trust, provision, and protection. Even today, in a world often chaotic and uncertain, Psalm 23 offers a message of enduring hope. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, its words remind us to pause and reflect on the deeper truths of existence. It calls us to find peace amidst the turmoil, to seek the stillness that lies within. It reminds us that we are not alone, for a loving shepherd walks beside us. This assurance is a source of great comfort, especially in times of difficulty. Knowing that we are guided and protected by a higher power can give us the courage to face life's challenges with confidence. This psalm speaks of green pastures and still waters, imagery that speaks to the depths of our being. These symbols of abundance and tranquility resonate with our innate desire for peace and fulfillment. They remind us of the beauty and serenity that can be found in God's creation. We long for peace, for restoration. In the quiet moments of reflection, we yearn for a sense of wholeness and renewal. Psalm 23 offers a vision of this restoration, a promise that our souls can be refreshed and revitalized. These verses offer a vision of tranquility, a reminder that God cares for us as a shepherd cares for his sheep. The shepherd's role is one of vigilance and compassion, always watching over the flock to ensure their safety and well-being. Similarly, God's care for us is constant and unwavering. In his presence, we find rest for our souls. This rest is not merely physical, but a deep spiritual rest that brings peace to our hearts and minds. It is a rest that comes from knowing we are loved and cared for by a benevolent Creator. As we delve into the depths of Psalm 23, we'll uncover the timeless truths woven into its verses. Each line is rich with meaning, offering insights into the nature of God's relationship with humanity. By studying this psalm, we can gain a deeper understanding of our own spiritual journey. We'll discover how the imagery of the shepherd speaks to God's unwavering guidance and protection. The narrow paths and dark valleys mentioned in the psalm symbolize the trials and tribulations we face in life. Yet, through it all, the shepherd's presence assures us that we are never alone, and we'll find practical ways to apply these truths to our daily lives, drawing closer to the shepherd who loves us unconditionally. By embracing the lessons of Psalm 23, we can cultivate a deeper sense of trust and reliance on God's providence, finding peace and purpose in our everyday experiences. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. These words, simple yet profound, have been a source of comfort and strength for countless generations. They remind us of the unwavering presence and care of God in our lives. These opening words of Psalm 23 paint a vivid picture of God's tender care. The imagery of green pastures and still waters evokes a sense of tranquility and abundance, a place where all our needs are met. He is our shepherd, guiding us, providing for us, and keeping us safe from harm. Just as a shepherd knows each sheep by name, God knows each of us intimately, understanding our fears, our hopes, and our dreams. Just as a shepherd leads his flock to green pastures and quiet streams, so too does God lead us to places of peace and abundance. These places are not just physical locations, but also states of mind and heart, where we find rest and rejuvenation. The image of the shepherd evokes a sense of trust and dependence. In a world where we often feel the need to be self-reliant, this image invites us to lean on God, to trust in His wisdom and care. Sheep, by nature, are vulnerable creatures. They are easily frightened and can become lost without the guidance of their shepherd. This vulnerability mirrors our own human condition, where we often feel lost and in need of direction. They rely on their shepherd for direction, protection, and provision. The shepherd's staff is a symbol of this guidance, gently nudging the sheep back onto the right path, protecting them from danger and leading them to safety. In the same way, we are called to place our trust in God, acknowledging our need for His guidance and care. Prayer becomes our way of staying connected to our shepherd, seeking His direction and expressing our dependence on Him. He knows what is best for us, even when we cannot see the path ahead. Life's journey is often filled with uncertainties, but with God as our shepherd, we can walk forward with confidence, knowing that He sees the bigger picture. This image of God as our shepherd reminds us that we are never alone. Even in our darkest moments, when we feel isolated and afraid, God is there, walking beside us, offering His comfort and strength. He is always with us, leading us, guiding us, and protecting us. His presence is a constant in our lives, a source of unwavering support and love. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, this knowledge brings immense comfort and peace. Knowing that we have a shepherd who cares for us, who knows us by name, and who leads us to places of rest and abundance, allows us to face each day with hope and assurance. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. These words evoke a sense of tranquility and peace, a welcome respite from the busyness and stress of everyday life. The green pastures represent abundance, provision, and rest. God, in His infinite love, provides for all our needs. The still waters speak of peace, refreshment, and restoration. In His presence, we find solace for our souls. The chaos of the world fades away, and we are filled with a sense of deep calm. God's love washes over us, cleansing us from within and renewing our spirits. In the midst of life's challenges, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of God's peace. But Psalm 23 reminds us that He is always with us, offering us rest and restoration. When we take the time to quiet our hearts and minds, to connect with Him through prayer and reflection, we open ourselves up to His peace, which surpasses all understanding. Section 4. Walking through darkness. Life, as we know, is not always green pastures and still waters. There are seasons of darkness, valleys of shadow, moments when fear threatens to consume us. Yet, even in those dark and difficult times, the psalmist reminds us, "I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." The rod and staff, tools of the shepherd's trade, represent God's protection, guidance, and correction. He is with us in the valley, just as He is on the mountaintop. His presence is a source of comfort and strength, reminding us that we are never alone in our struggles. When we walk through dark valleys, it's easy to feel alone and afraid. But Psalm 23 reminds us that God is with us, even in the darkest of times. He is our protector, our guide, and our comforter. He will never leave us nor forsake us. Section 5. A table prepared. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. This verse from Psalm 23 is one of the most comforting and powerful images in the Bible. It speaks to the heart of God's provision and His unwavering faithfulness to us, His children. This powerful imagery speaks of God's abundant provision and unwavering faithfulness. It paints a picture of a loving shepherd who cares deeply for his flock, ensuring they have everything they need, even in the most trying times. Even in the face of adversity, even when surrounded by those who oppose us, God provides for us. He doesn't just give us the bare minimum to survive. He lavishes us with His blessings, setting a table of abundance right in the midst of our challenges. He sets a table, a symbol of nourishment and fellowship, right in the midst of our challenges. This table is not just about physical sustenance, but also about spiritual and emotional nourishment. It is a place where we can find rest, peace, and communion with God. This verse reminds us that God's love is not dependent on our circumstances. Whether we are in a season of abundance or a season of lack, His love remains constant. He is always there, ready to provide for us and meet our needs. He doesn't wait for us to be perfect or to have it all together before He showers us with His blessings. His love is unconditional, unwavering, and ever-present. He meets us where we are, in our brokenness and our imperfection, and He provides for us. No, His love is unconditional, unwavering, and ever-present. It is a love that transcends our circumstances and reaches us in the deepest parts of our being. It is a love that heals, restores, and renews. He meets us where we are, providing for us even in the most unexpected of places. Sometimes, His provision comes in ways we could never have imagined, in places we would never have thought to look. When we face opposition or adversity, it's easy to become discouraged and lose sight of God's blessings. We may feel overwhelmed by our circumstances and wonder if God is really there, if He really cares. But Psalm 23 reminds us that God is always working on our behalf, even when we can't see it. He is our shepherd, our provider, our defender, and our sustainer. He is always there, guiding us, protecting us, and providing for us. He is our provider, our defender, and our sustainer. He is the one who prepares a table before us, even in the presence of our enemies. He is the one who anoints our heads with oil, who fills our cups to overflowing. He will never leave us wanting. His provision is abundant, His love is unending, and His faithfulness is unwavering. No matter what we face, we can trust that God is with us, providing for us, and preparing a table of blessings for us.